All right, folks, welcome back to UKSG Red 2024. We're, of course, raising money for Crisis. You can donate with the links down below the stream. We'd like to shout out ESA and BSG for their continued support. And while we have got our run up on the screen here, before we get started, we've got a really important donation that I want to read out on this one. We have a $147 donation from Mies LWD. That's how he spelled it this time. Let's hit that 4K. Thanks, UKSG, for having me. I had a blast as a volunteer and as a runner. Keep up the good cause and raise money for Crisis. Shout out to everyone for being amazing. Cheers. And that was the donation that put us over the $4,000 mark. Thank you very much, mate. And now, we are here. The colors feel right. Speedbreaker, my friend, take it away.
Right, thank you, Arg. So today we'll be running Sonic Colors DS. This time we run in the category of all red rings, which incorporates the same start and finish as any %, but we gather the red rings in between. It sounds simple as just collect all the red rings, but you quickly see that it's not the case. So before we start, we're going to do this introduction, and I'll count you in, Arg. So the time will start when I click play game, and I'll count you in.
You gotta. Do you want us to do it, or do you want to hit the big button?
Yeah, I'll hit the button.
Yeah, there you go.
Why not?
Button.
So we'll be counting from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So already we're throwing to. We introduce the Tails, who gives us tutorials, which we don't want. So in this game, we start off with Boostless Sonic, which is a new feature in the third game of the Sonic Rush trilogy. So right now, I'm jumping down loops. And that one time I jumped too early. Big mistake. Down the sticky pipes. Up the walls. Down the loops. Take out enemies. Down. Make sure we jump just enough to hit the bottom of a rail. We didn't get broken speed cap there. That's good. So right here, we want to make sure we get the third and fourth red rings, so we can take the higher route on the revisit. Oh dear. Now we've got the loop. We want to make sure we conserve speed as much as possible so we can make a big jump like that. And get the fourth one, like so. Down the slope. Over the loop. And we take the slider. So we will be revisiting some of these levels. As in this level specifically, you need burst to get the second one because it's on the place where I hit the spring, where the red hologram was. You need burst to actually reach that section to get the second one. And with burst, you can even skip this auto-scroller section, which you'll see later on in the game. Alright, tutorial complete. That's the first stage complete. Alright, new messages, and we've just unlocked Act 2, which means we get boost. So tutorials, please. And this time we don't have Tails to remind us this time. So in this game, we have, in 90% we have Sonic and Tails only, but as we complete the missions as well to get all the red rings, we'll be seeing a lot of the other characters as well, including Knuckles, Rouge, Shadow, even Omega. So this one, unlike Act 1, we need burst for the second red ring. Alright, I boosted to relate there. Okay, get here. Okay, that's good. Down the loop. The hill, and we finish in just under 50 seconds. So when you collect more than 50 rings, you get a special stage prompt. You want to minimize that as much as possible, but for most of these levels, we'll default get over 50 rings because we're boosting a lot of the time, and like Sonic Unleashed, they magnetize rings towards us. So this is our first boss of the run. So there's quite a specific setup. So what happened there is that I spin dashed while holding the direction I was going in to allow myself to get a double hit. I've then allowed Globotron to attack me again, boost into it and finish it off, and double hit to finish off. 1942. It's pretty darn fast. Okay, so that's our first area complete. We will be coming back to this area because, as I've mentioned before, we need to complete the missions as well. And like with the axe, there's at least one that you can't get without burst. And speaking of burst, Sweet Mountain. So this is our first colored wisp of the run. So with the DS version specifically, we have a specific touch the wisp sections. For burst and void, which are both DS exclusive wisps, they're relatively easy to catch. For the middle three, which are also used in the Wii version, they can be much harder to catch. Okay, so there's a shortcut that saves about 5 seconds, which involves damage boosting off that enemy at the top, which unfortunately I home attacked the enemy way too early. Okay, keep the speed. So this is a Japanese version, then the English version. Why the Japanese version? It's purely for preference. And here's the first use of burst. Alright, that's unfortunate. Those are setups to get the third and fourth ones, which are over there. So if you're fast enough with burst, you can even reach all the way up here to get the fourth one. That's nice. So the fifth one is pretty easy to get. Just to make sure you land here. And stop the jellies. Let's make our way up. And we finish. Just under 120. So that's our first 100% stage completed. So we're going to have to get good at saying no. Because with all these special stage prompts, there'll be a lot of them we'll be running into when we complete stages. There is something called a pause reset glitch, but we know Red Ring, since we actually want to keep them, that's not an option. Okay, moving to Act 2. And straight away we're thrown into burst. So we want to make sure we don't fall to bottom route. On the jelly. Slope jump. Let's get the first Red Ring. So burst boost jump is something that's exclusive to all 3 games in the Rush series. I'll be using that a lot to gain height. So now we're going to go for a little bit of a sequence break. So normally, the third Red Ring normally requires Void. But with making use of burst what you get on the bottom route, we can skip that entirely and save over a minute. Like here. So normally you're supposed to use Void to eat the chocolate. But with the burst I got from earlier, you can skip that entirely. I don't have to redo it. Fourth one, easy grab, all the way back. Alright, stomp too early. This is what's supposed to happen. I go down here to get the last Red Ring, and the final use of burst in this level. And burst in the balloons, you can make them go up instead of making them going down. Pretty interesting gimmick in Sweet Mountain specifically. And there's other things burst can use, which you'll see once I reduce stages. And right now we have a lot of rings. And I think it's colors exclusive that you can collect that many. Alright, and that's Act 2 completed. So if that third one hadn't been possible, that would be like a minute 20 like onto the time, because you'd have to complete it as any percent and then come back to the stage later, and that's like about 1:38 to complete. Right, now we're going to be getting on with the mission. So this will be the first mission of the run, and we meet Zero for the first time. So there's a quick finish to this, but as we need to make sure we get the second red ring here, which is after the machine, we have to make sure we don't get too many, otherwise we won't be able to see the end. So that red ring over there, you have to ride all the way through to the end to be able to retrieve it. Because we can't get a burst here, and even if we use the machine to get it, we won't be able, there's no way to get back. We stop to finish. Okay, that's the first mission completed. So most of the time I'll be doing mission 2 first before mission 1. And that's purely because of map placement. Saves us that bit of time. Any of you Blaze fans? Right, so this is our test. Nice. So the second one is right up here. Okay. Okay, so that's mission 1 completed. So the third one, I'm going to take a bit of a risky route here. And that's because there's a big, massive pit which we're going to risk taking. Because why not? So we could take the path going up. So burst can't use rails. So the only hope of landing on that is for Sonic to time out. Alright, so that's good. The risk route worked. Now I'm going to hold it to make sure we land in this. And break this chocolate. Oh yeah, breaking chocolate is burst exclusive only. And we make it. So if that had been 25 seconds by the end, that would be an S. It's very rare to get that on the risky route. The one feature in this game is that it allows you to boost during bosses, which wasn't available in the first 2 games. Right, I got bumped there. And let Burst take care of everything. I hold it to make sure Burst slows down in landing, and I use level 2 Burst to finish it off. Okay, Sweet Mountain is 100% complete. Okay, that's Sweet Mountain complete, and now we move on to Starlight Carnival. There's a whole lot of light show here. And this is one of the wisps that can escape. And like that, it can escape like that. And the run that costs like 3 seconds. So definitely want to keep an eye on Rocket. Another tutorial we need to skip. And Starlight Carnival 1 is the 3rd stage we're going to have to revisit. Because the 4th one here is blocked off by laser. Because there's a hard wall and we need lasers to get through it. So in all the categories, which are any percent, or any fresh file category, this stage is exactly the same in how you do it. Because in 80% in all emeralds, we don't have lasers the first time we come here, and for all reds in 100%, you need lasers to get the 4th one. So we want to skip the second red ring, which is up here, because we're leaving that for the revisit. So now we want to very delicately land on this cap, and do one massive jump to get across. Jump through the rails, and we use Rocket for the second time. So Rocket goes straight up. You may think there's nothing special, but that's one of the only times where using Rocket there actually saves time. Surprisingly, none of us, not me and any of the other runners, thought of using that even after the task was done with it. Okay, 110. Once again, we've got to reject another special stage prompt. This in a real run, this is where I would want to pause reset, because I don't want to get any of the red rings this early. Okay, moving to Act 2. Here's where rails really get mad. There's our first one up there. Use Rocket to go up there. I'll take this arrow. Another special gimmick in this level. Now I'll make sure I make my way up. Alright, that was too far. Now use Rocket here. And grab the third red ring. I like how the third and fourth one just line up. So the fourth one is straight after this, and we use the Rocket to get it. Now this is going to be our first major auto-scroller skip, and that saves over a minute. And it's first introduced. Right, meant to do that. Because this is one of the rare times where you want to get less than 50 rings. And that's the auto-scroller skip. Okay. And that was it. So taking that away would have been like over a minute gone. And even in minimum jumps, that skip is used as well. Since you'd have to jump several times, otherwise you just get crushed by the whale and the other platforms. Right, speaking of which, missions. Knuckles fans out there, here's Knuckles. So right now we're racing against Knuckles to beat as many enemies before he does. Like that, we win. So this flies by pretty fast. And here's where Rouge comes in. So right now we want to bounce into that rocket. That allows us to air boost back and get the 10 rings we need. So we air dash. And we jump to the top rail. And we finish up. Because taking the cannon is much slower. We don't want to use it where we don't have to. Okay, mission 3. So this there was a quick finish, but as we need to collect the red rings, I mean I could showcase the quick finish after grabbing the red rings. Get Rocket to the top. Okay, so that's all the red rings got. Now we just face the bosses. The bosses don't have any red rings, fortunately. But just for this showcase, here's what the quick finish would look like. So we go up here, air boost, just like that. That's what the quick finish would be. And Knuckles wants to beat us up for beating him so fast. But we face this Star Cruiser guy, known as the Yorkin. And here's where Rocket comes in. Now once we make sure the yellow one's in place, then use the Rocket to deflect it back and land a hit. Right, I used Rocket far too early, but it doesn't matter since we just need one more boost hit to finish it off. Just like that. Right, so right now we've got every red ring apart from the one in Starlight Carnival Act 1. Now we have a quick cutscene with Eggman and his two goons, Orbot and Cubot. But before we move on to Planet Wisp, we go back to Tropical Resort and complete the missions. This is the only area where we complete them in order. And here's Cream. Say hi to Cream. Okay. Jump down the loop. So here's where we couldn't go before. We can use that to get up top. And finish it off. So right there we had to beat Orbot and Cubot because they basically mistaken cheese for a chow. I mean cheese for a wisp. And of course we're not going to let them be in the hands of Cubot and Orbot, so we just gotta beat him at his own game. Those names really look familiar. That's because it's Tropical Resort Act 2 again. Except with a few safety features. Now he wants to. Okay, I messed up the setup there. So if I held burst there, I could cleanly go up there with burst. I'd not lose any momentum. Right, it's been fortunate. Okay. Burst can also use those Ferris wheels. And Tropical Resort 2, that's a burst exclusive shortcut, which is fastest used for individual levels, and we'll be seeing that on the revisit. So for Mission 3, burst isn't at all in this, but we do need to beat Mission 1 and 2 to get to it. As Cubot is tormenting Cream again, we need to complete this mission.
While you're doing that, do you have time for some quick donations?
Yeah. Sure.
We got a $10 donation here from Pyrobama. It says, I like Sonic blocks. Never able to beat a Sonic game as a kid, so I get some kind of petty, cathartic joy out of watching others tear them apart. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Save the costume, kill the animals. I absolutely agree. You are like just destroying this run, which is phenomenal right now. These levels like 30 seconds long. And we got a $5 donation from Calliope that just says, this is so much chaos and so much fun. Like, absolutely loving it. Thank you all for your donations. Do please keep them coming in. And give Speedbreaker a lot of love, because these levels are just going absolutely human.
Okay, so now we've reached the Planet Wisp, the Wisp homeworld, and Eggman decides to turn it into his own factory. Of course, we're not going to let him get away with it. So we're just going to come here and basically tear it down. We're going to make sure we get to the top of this loop. Ah, that's unfortunate. So we can boost jump straight into that. And these plants want to eat us. We look down, and we use another rocket. Hopefully go through this enemy, because we're going to need as much boost as we can get. Making use another slope jump to get to the top, and another use drill again. So in this version of Sonic Colors, the Planet Wisp is highly drill oriented. As this one is a bit less drill oriented, this makes this one much harder than Act 2. So we need drill to get that fourth one. We could use, otherwise there is a shortcut that you could just go straight up and not have to worry about it. But as we need to collect red rings, we have to backtrack for it. And the fifth one is just right here, waiting for us to grab. That's nice. A bit of chase here. And we escape. Okay. So ideally for this, a 126 would be ideal for this level, but what can we do? Okay, moving to Act 2. In both any percent and all reds, this is much nicer than Act 1. So straight away, we kick off with drill. Then we go down. Go under, grab the second red ring, which is down here. Make a turn here. Hopefully hit this enemy. Okay, good. That's tighter than to making it looks. Because if you hit it head on, you take damage and lose all your momentum. If you hadn't hit that, then you just ran out of boost. Okay. I kind of forgot to grab that red ring. So thank goodness for slug jumps. So yeah, this has got a lot of drill in it, I know. Round. That's a nice drill rocket combo. Boost. Head up. And we go drill. Fourth one's right here. Okay, it's nice. And now we've got this giant machine which just comes to crush us. We want to make this chase. Quickly nab the fifth red ring and make her escape. So that's quite a bit of a risky move, because if you hit the ground, then you just get crushed by the machine, and then you have to do that bit over. All right, mission time. So now time for Team Chaotix to come, starting with SPO. So he comes to ask how our training has been. Yeah, training's going quite well. Good. That's a very quick mission. And now we come meet Charmy. Let's go. So he wants to grab the rings. Alright, I've missed 210 rings, so I'll need to backtrack to get some of them. But I like how the red rings are set up here. They're nice and free. I'm gonna go there, get that. So at that point is where it would end if I'd actually gotten those earlier. So normally I'd complete the boss before mission 3 because of the map setup. But as we want the boss to be last, I'll complete mission 3 before then. Hello, Vector. So now we go down here and grab flags in random order. So here's where drill meter really comes to factor. Because if you run out of drill on the ground, you just die. Alright, this is a bit unfortunate. We're just bonking everywhere. There's a red ring down here. Almost forgot to grab it. Glad I didn't forget. Down. Grab this red ring up above ground. So one glitch that comes up is sometimes when you boost and drill at the same time, you get the boost after image while you're using drill. Right, this guy. There's a quick kill setup. The easy version is to stomp and then boost into it 3 times, but there is a 9-second version of it, which I've got yet to master. I haven't been able to do it, so it's on the to-do list. Alright, so that's the 4th zone completed. Alright. Right, we've unlocked some things. a new event is open in the gallery, which we don't care about in this run. Okay, Aquarium Park. So, Aquarium Park and Planet Whiz can be done interchanged order normally. Caught it just before it escaped. But as one of them in Aquarium Park requires drill, it's far better to just do it in conventional order. I'll go down. I'll use laser. Not yet. Because there is a setup. Which you want to use right about here. And that's much faster than using drill. Because drill is slow compared to Sonic. Obviously. Go up. So I'd say laser is pretty much... Well, laser and burst are pretty much my favorite whiffs in the game. And laser, not just because it's the fastest way Sonic can move, but the way you just bounce off is... I particularly like. Right, a little too close to that jellyfish there. Okay, that's good. Down. Now for a sprint finish. And we end. Okay, nice. Alright, now for Act 2. And Act 2 is, like Tropical Resort Act 2, we'll be seeing that again, because Mission 2 is basically completing Act 2 again. So I hope you enjoy this level. So once you jump there, grab this laser, air boost, take out the enemies with the air boost. I want to use it about here, so it can skip. Right, so that's the individual level laser angle. That saves half a second. Then the second best one to get up here. I think I've got to restart because I forgot to get the first red ring. So that's a bit unfortunate. That's the thing with this category. If you forget to grab one, you have to start over. So the first one is up here. Alright, no perfect laser this time, but we still made it up. Nice. Spin dash, jump down. And this is where we want to use drill. Because we need drill to go through the fish circles. Make boost jump. Grab that laser with a boost, and make our way up. Very interesting how that's set up. I'm going to go a bit safe with the third one. The third one, I have to hit that crystal to get it. That's nice. Go up, go down. Laser inside the machine. And laser again. One more to get up. And now for the final slide. So nowhere in... If I was we to say going on a fun ride, but then again, getting blown up is not fun either, so not much of a fun slide. That's as much Sonic gets in the Eggman's Immunism Park. I hope you like that slide because we're about to see it again in Mission 2. And now who comes but Amy Rose. Hi, Amy. So this is pretty much the any percent portion of it, except we're doing the one minor detail for one of the red rings. Yes, we got the perfect laser again. Go to the top. Want to get one specific jump here. Okay, that was close. Nice that we made it smooth. There, jump down. Since there's no red ring in there, I can just go like this. Gonna make sure I don't forget. It's right about here. Okay, so that's both of the red rings, and we go another on the fun slide. Seems like Sonic enjoyed it so much, he decided to go for a second round. And we finish. Okay, mission 1. And we meet Big. So once again, we want to conserve this laser. Jump down here, kill all these enemies. Jump up, and do the same setup as we did in the Act 1. Right, I was a little too low there. Right, I wasn't supposed to do that. This is what's supposed to happen. I was supposed to air boost to the top and beat these enemies on water. Because when you have 14 out of 20 enemies, air boost in there gets you the last 6. So this mission 3 is pretty much like the ROM hack, which you're not going to see from any other level. And I think it's a DS exclusive and Colors Wii and Ultimate. Right, that's a mistake. Right, let's try that again. Okay. Glad that recovered well. That was too close for comfort. Good. Hey, that's nice. Okay, so this boss has a specific setup. So for this boss specifically, we have two laser shots to make. And getting them in the run takes about 6 seconds. Boost jump, hit one of the other guys, do a fine laser, and get the quick kill. Good. So yeah, that's a quick kill. Glad I got this first try. Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. Okay, so before we take off to Asteroid Coaster, we're going to be taking care of the stages which we couldn't get all the red rings before. And we can do this through level select, starting with Tropical Resort Act 1. And now we have boost, so this is a lot faster. And burst. That's nice. So the first one is right here. It was boost jump. From this burst capsule, grab the second one. So that is the only reason we need burst. Just for one homing attack. So this is why we wanted to get the third and fourth ones before. So that way we could just speed through the top route. Right, so that was too low, but we made it anyway. Okay, next up, Tropical Resort Act 2. So the fifth one is possible, but the second one you need burst for it. It's very close to get it without it, but you just don't get quite enough height to reach it. So he wants to run underwater, which you rarely see Sonic doing. So burst allows us to travel up here and get enough height to grab this. Okay, that was close to missing the hoops. So we're not going to be using burst to the very end. Sonic is inherently faster than burst. Okay, we made a tight jump. On the reverse boost jump. That's where the fifth one is. And skip this loop. It's the Ferris wheel, and we finish up. Good. Okay, for the last one, we're going to be going to Starlight Carnival Act 1. Normally, you'd think that there isn't a ring that requires laser. And the fun fact about this is that you can't even see it unless you use it. The laser just clears up everything and makes things a lot easier for us in this level. We're going to go up and we take this up route again as we did in the original. Okay, we almost didn't make that. So Action B determines how high you're going in the cannon. Now you're going to do this. Instead of doing that, we can just laser across. Now you're going to do an IL laser jump. Alright, thinking too low. Okay, good recovery. So up here is where the third one is. One specific jump. Good. So that's the fourth one, which we need laser for. And you can't even see this room at all unless you use laser. I even tried to break it with rocket, and no luck. That's with rockets at the top. Hug the left wall to grab the last one, and we finish. 120. So this is it for the revisits. And now we're going to take on the final challenge, which is Asteroid Coaster. Normally this wouldn't be nearly as much of a challenge, but as for some Unforgiven Red Rings, I would say it's probably the most challenging one yet. As for Void, we can just tap the top left one once 4 portals are visible. And this is the last place we get in the game in all circumstances. Alright, and we're off. So straight away, we're throwing this using Void straight away. And Void, the bigger Void grows, the faster it moves. Combo here. So right now, the second Void, we want to be as fast as possible with this, because we want to get something called the Void Break. And this allows us to break a wall, which we're normally supposed to do with laser. Let's hope we're fast enough to reach it. Please. Good, we got the Void Break. And now we can save this laser for later. Okay, I thought I did that too early. So that's the setup if you can save the laser for later. Now we slide. So this is one of the rare times where we're expected to slide. So right here, normally I'd run up here with regular Sonic. But as we need Void to go through that big machine, we use Void. Here's nice. So over here, we're going to do a bit of a risky grab, which saves about 5 seconds. Ready for it? Let me go all the way up. Let me go there. Okay. And we made it. 137. So this took a lot of trial and error to get this with brute force. Normally, I'd hit a crystal while waiting in a roller coaster, but that's like 5 seconds slower. Of course, we want to save time, so we don't want to do that. Okay, Act 2. Get ready for this. So right here, we want to air boost, bounce on the void capsule, air boost again, and use void to go through the fan. Though with the fans, we always need a wisp power up to get through those. With Sonic, you can't even damage boost to get through them because it just blocks you out. So now we're coming up to a big skip. Okay, just made that. Okay, yes. Okay, so we're not going to get the clean way to the top because I used Void far too early. So we could make it to the top of here. But as the Void wasn't clean, we didn't quite get that. Okay, good. Okay, now you want Spin Dash. And do the skip. And go up. I want to go down low. So there's a red ring down here. And go up again. Only keep fast as possible. Right, and we got the fourth one. So the fifth one is down here. Go on the air boost. Grab that. So that's all the red rings. Okay, that was a little too close to the green lava. Okay, we made it to the top. Got to stomp and I thought I was going to fall through. So this is the only roller coaster that's unskippable. So right now we're riding it all the way to the end. But what's this? Seems like these guys just don't quit. Fortunately, we just have to stay there and boost. Okay. So that's Asteroid Coaster 2. Okay, so over here we run into Shadow first. Want to check that if we haven't gone soft. Hello, Shadow. So over here, we're forced to use Void. Grab the first red ring. This is basically like a nice level. But we want to make sure that we don't grab an enemy too early because we need to have Void last long enough to reach that position so we can grab that second red ring. If we end that mission early, it costs like 30 seconds. And I'm not supposed to re-enter this. No, we're not too afraid. We've got things to do. Right, Omega. So this is another flag mission. So I want to go all the way up. Grabbing the void capsules to make sure we don't run out by the time we reach the top. So we go through this, grab the second one, all the way down, and the third one. Want to go all the way up. So this is a slow travel, I know. Okay, that worked out. Right, since I'll be saving the boss for last, I'll be doing mission 3 first. So this isn't a ROM hack, but it is pretty much the 90% route of Asteroid Coaster Act 1. But one thing with the missions is that there's no checkpoints. So I have to complete this without dying. Which seems which seems not so difficult, but there's plenty of places where you could die. Jump up. And we're going to hope we get the Void Break again. Okay. Good wall, please. Okay, so that's what happens when we don't get the Void Break. You have to use lasers to go through it. The Sonic Boost, as powerful as it is, that wall is just far too hard for him to break. Okay, that's nice. So I took it safe there because I don't want to run out of boost. That's nice. Okay, T-Rex Skull Chase. He's no match for us. Okay. Okay. Okay, that was almost too low that we missed the crystal. And we just leave it, and we finish the mission. And that's the message we get when we got all the red rings. So now, we're going to see our reward that we get for collecting all the red rings. And when we collect all the red rings, we get to have infinite boost. And I'm going to demonstrate what happens when we use it on this boss. In the real run, that's the only two areas where red rings will affect you. So this has a setup. So right now, I do nothing except jump over the rings. I'm not using the direction pad, just jumping over rings. Because we're saving those for when we get Void. Normally we'd have to home attack to get some boost, and then attack it again with boost to get Void. Hope you guys aren't too hungry for lunch yet, because Void's about to have a big dinner. All we do is literally sit and do nothing. And just like that, this fight is over. And just like that, Sonic is full and doesn't need any lunch. So now that we've got all the red rings and all the bosses have been defeated, we've got Terminal Velocity, the final area. So as its abbreviation is TV, one other person who runs speedruns Sonic Rush is Vince, and he came up with the acronym Televelocity or Terminal Vision. I personally prefer Terminal Vision. Can we get it perfect here? Okay. Okay, that bit's tough. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now almost a minute and a half of literally bullying this boss. Because this boss is a big pushover. And now we have infinite boost. This guy really has no chance against us. But I want to make sure we don't boost too early, so we don't miss that rocket. Don't worry, we're safe as long as we're in the spin dash. And one boost hit. Right, 3 down. Right, let's feel a little bit stiff. Let's jump. Right, stretching complete. one boost hit. Now we'll use all that we have learned to literally end this fight in a second. So time won't be when I land the last hit. Time will be when the final score screen disappears. Just like that, it's over. So when mashing, if you mash all 4 face buttons, it has the same effect. And the game allows us to mash all 4 of them, even though it only prompts us to do I. And time will be now. So that was it. Sonic Colors DS All Red Rings. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, I certainly enjoyed it. I pretty much felt the category myself. But there were some hiccups along the way. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Thank you, Og, and all you tech producers for your help. I do appreciate you having me on the show, and thank you for your support.
I thank you for
same with all of you viewing this.
Absolutely. Thank you for submitting. Like, absolutely amazing run there, destroying those levels. We got love in the chat for you as well. People were really enjoying it. And we got 2 donations here quickly for you. Got a $5 donation here from Ogundarak Shia. Richard, your name is backwards. We have it says, hope you are all having a fun over there. I think there's meant to be a weekend over there. I hope you're having a fun over there. Great job on the fun weekend, and shout outs to the tech crew, because tech crews could always use more love, especially when we're running with DS and portable hardware consoles. We also have a $125 donation from Professor Monkeys, who says, as of this time, Baby Monkeys wants us to kill the animals. We'll see how that opinion changes as the day goes on. And that, of course, is referring to our ongoing bid war right now. But that is going to be it right now from Sonic Colors here and Speedbreaker. Thank you very much for the run there. We'll be back after this quick break with more Sonic shenanigans.